Okay, I thought I could do this, but I'm so hot. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. What is up? This is my channel. Welcome. I'm Raina, and today we are going to do this look. If you guys like what you see, then keep on watching. Before I do any of my makeup, I always start with hand sanitizer, and look how sad this is. Everyone just knocked out all the hand sanitizer because of the coronavirus, so it doesn't look like we're gonna be getting any time soon, but I'm just gonna salvage what I have here. Okay, so I always start with my primer. This is the Touch and Soul No Pore Blend Primer. I've used this literally for years. It's the only primer that I feel like doesn't ball up on my face, because I hate that feeling. So we're just gonna apply this, and I do like 2 squirts. I have very oily skin, so priming my face like not only just seals everything in and like conceals the pores and everything, but it really helps with the oil control. So I always try to focus the primer like around my nose area, around my smile area, and then I'll also kind of put it in my under eyes because I do have fine lines there, and I feel like that kind of just like conceals the deal. I'm going to take my powder, and I put powder before I put on my foundation. I've been doing this for maybe a year now, and this is the MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder, and it is a finishing powder, but when I was at the MAC counter a couple years ago, or a year ago or whatever, the girl told me, because I told her I was so oily that I was looking for something like, you know, to control the oil, she actually recommended me this, and this is what she did. The powder looks like this. As you can see, I literally have not used any, barely any, because you just like want to put on a really thin veil of this. So what I do is I take a brush like this. This is the M510 brush by Morphe, and it has like a really fluffy texture to it. A lot of people use this for highlighter, but what I do is I dip the brush into this powder, just literally the lightest amount. I try to like tap off the excess, and then I like swirl it in the cap, and then I just put it onto the places where I usually get oily. So above my eyebrows, I usually get oily. On my forehead, if I'm doing like a going to an event or like going out or something like that, I'll put this literally everywhere. So I put it on my nose, I put it under my eyes, and I'll put it on my chin. Also, if I have a breakout, I'll put this on where the breakout is, just to make sure that the concealer that I put down after, or the foundation that I put out after, like sticks. And honestly, if you have oily skin, this has literally been the saver of my life. Like, I will never not do this if I have like something to go to, or if I'm going out. It just like makes your skin look so flawless, because it's like an extra layer of that poreless primer that you're putting on. And honey, you're gonna look snatched. As you can see, you can't even see it. The powder itself, she told me if you put it on like as a baking powder, it's not really the cutest thing because it does have flashback. But if you're just using a really light amount like I did under your foundation, you're gonna look cute. So after I applied that, I take my foundation. This is the Maybelline, what is this called? Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. This is so good. I've tried high-end and I've tried drugstore foundations, and honestly, like, this is really one of my favorite, all-time favorite foundations. If you never tried this foundation before, you need to try this foundation. So I always take like 2 little streaks on my chin, God, I literally can't talk. On my cheeks. I take it on my forehead, my nose, my chin, And then on the sides of my face, oh, I can't believe this pimple. It's fine. We're not even gonna think about it. Don't even think about the pimples. So now that we have the foundation on our face, we're just gonna blend it in with a clean beauty blender, and this is a wet beauty blender. I feel like she just like seals the whole deal, you know? She just like makes everything melt together. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, and you can definitely build this. And I always just kind of go over everything, and then I'll just take the remainder the remainder on my neck. Okay, so then I take my concealer, and first I like to spot conceal all the blemishes that I have and also my under eyes. I just kind of like it all to be like a blank canvas, and I feel like when I put on the brightening concealer after, it just makes you look hella cute. I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in, what color is this? Ginger, and this is the one that I use to spot conceal my blemishes, and then I always go under my eyes. I've been using this for a couple years too, and honestly, GOAT. All-time favorite concealer. Now that we have our concealer on, I do the Desi Perkins like flawless foundation. I don't remember what the video is called, but I'm gonna link it down below because this literally saved my life. I use this Morphe brush, and it's like a denser brush like this, and it has a flat top. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to do Desi's technique and blend in the product. The technique, if you don't want to watch the video and you're watching this one already, is that she puts the concealer onto the blemishes, but she kind of goes, she taps it in, and then she goes around the blemish. So you're not taking away the product off the blemish, but you know, you're blending it all in, so it just gives it like more of a seamless look. So I'm just gonna go in like that, and I like to do everything like this so that the concealer kind of like sets itself. That way when I am done with the blemishes, then the under eyes are just, you know, it kind of gives it like a velvety feel. I watch a lot of YouTube guys, so this is all just like stuff that I've heard from other YouTubers that I watch, like Roxette Arisa and Desi Perkins. Like, I love them. Whatever they say, I take it to heart. So I really like this brush because it just like, I don't know, this is like a magic brush. Now that all the blemishes are concealed, I'm going to go back into the concealer under my eyes with a beauty blender, and I always blend out like the outer part of my eye. I don't know what to call it, like that. And then once that's all blended out, then I'll go closer to like the inner corner. This really helps like with the creasing in the inner corner. My friend one time told me that my under eye is just like super snatched, and you know, thank you. I really took that to heart. She's like, how do you do that? And I was like, honey, let me just share my little tips. I'm gonna take the same concealer in Custard, and this is just like a little bit lighter. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. And I'm gonna go over my eyes, and this one I kind of like take down my face, kind of like in a triangle shape like that, and take that on my nose. And then sometimes when I'm feeling special, I will take it down on my chin. Roxette does this, so I'm gonna do it, but she lets it like sit here for a minute. So we're just gonna let it sit. Okay, so we let that sit for a little. So now I'm just gonna go in with the beauty blender. And if you can see, like, it just brightens up your face. It literally looks like you're already snatched, and kind of leaves you like a guideline for where you're gonna put your bronzer and everything like that. I'm going to set my face, and I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. My trick for this is, see those like little clumps right here? You don't want that on there, so I kind of just like tap it off into the cap, and I press the translucent powder into the skin and kind of like blend it out. And I just feel like this is what leaves the under eyes looking really smooth. I try to like look under so it kind of gets into those lines, because that's where the lines are. And then I'll just take the remainder and I'll put it all over my face. I use the Morphe Bronzer palette and it looks like this. It has like a shimmery color and then a darker color. I hate when it looks like just like one little line, so I use a very fluffy brush. This is like a blush brush, I think. And my trick with making it all look seamless and all cute is I use the same brush that I do for my blush, and I'm just gonna go in circles, obviously where a contour usually would go, and I take it on my temples. I try to get it in that area. I just like, I don't like a harsh bronzer. I don't think anyone does, but I feel like the fluffy brush just really helps with not creating those like really creased lines, because let me tell you, it is hard to get that blended out, especially since you just like setted your whole face. I have the bronzer on, I'll kind of just like go over it, make sure it's all blended in. All right, now my favorite part. This is a blush, Milani Luminoso. Okay, this blush be making you look. I got this recommendation from Roxette Risa. Take the same blush brush and I get it on the apples of my cheeks, and I feel like this technique really just blends everything together. It makes it look so seamless. It's not like you have a blush and then a bronzer, because you're using the same color, or I'm sorry, the same brush. Like, it just makes it look super smooth. Okay, and then I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm gonna do that really quick. I'm just taking another Morphe brush just like this. It's like super flat. It kind of just creates the color or the shape for you. I'm gonna use the same bronzer, and I literally dip it in once, and then I kind of just like go in a line and then attach it to my eyebrows, and that's really it. I don't do anything crazy because I really don't know how to contour my nose, but I feel like this kind of just like makes it look slimmer. Now it's time for eyebrows. Woo! So I'm wiping away the product right now on my brows. I can't do my brows first. I just have never been that way. I hate when sometimes I conceal and it gets like too close to the brow, and then I have to go over with the brow pencil and it just looks ugly. Like, I hate that look, so I always do my foundation first. I'm gonna do my brows off camera because they just take too long. So eyebrows are done. I'm gonna show you guys the simplest eye makeup ever. I'm taking literally a nude color and this like really fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna put this on to like set the eye. I don't know if I said what I'm doing today, but I'm going to a baby shower for my sister-in-law. Okay, so I'm gonna take the darker color. I'll name all these colors. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, but I'm gonna go in again and just kind of like put it all over my lid. This is basically what I do. I just like go over my lid with all these like colors until it's like dark enough that it looks like eyeshadow, but it's not like I did too much, you know? Okay, and because I am going to a baby shower today, I am gonna use a different color. So I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. Mine is hella dirty, so don't even mind that, but this is the best palette, period. This brown color and then this brown color, and kind of like dab the brush in a little bit. And I'm just gonna put this in my crease. And I learned this technique from my sister who does makeup, but she always like puts it in the crease and then like blends it out into the eyebrow kinda, and it just looks really blended and cute. I love this technique. I feel like this eye look is just so simple, but it looks like super sultry. And another Desi trick, always connect them, because you don't want it to look like weird and awkward. Now I'm gonna take my highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter palette. This is the Dripping in Gold palette by Laura Geller. Girl, this shit will have you blinded. I'm gonna go in with another blending brush. This is by Morphe, and some rose water. I honestly, you could use water, but I just have this and I never use it anyway, so we just use it for our highlight. And I'm gonna go in with French Fizz and Molten Copper. And I always just like take this on my nose and my inner corners with these colors as well. I kind of go over my brow bone, and then I'll go on my cupid's bow. And I don't like a straight like line, so I kind of just like bring it up. I'm gonna go back into the Laura Geller translucent powder, snatch my cheeks up a little bit. Okay, this is my lip liner. Then I'm gonna go in with Today, and this is Hover. Girl, this is like a OG. I've been using this color forever, and obviously you can see I need a new one. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Pillow Talk, and this color with Hover is And then I'm gonna finish off, because I just don't like a matte lip. I'm not a matte lip girl. I don't like that. Classic. Does she even need an introduction? It's Fenty. I'm going to blend out these colors now with some setting spray. Girl, if you've never tried this before, you need to. Like, this just brings it all together. I know I've been doing this a lot, but it really brings it all together. I'm gonna finish off the eyes. I actually have the Fenty Beauty new mascara in the shade Cause I'm Black. I am going to do my lashes off camera and my hair, and then I'll come back with the final look. Okay guys, the makeup is very sultry. Let me see if I can get you guys closer. Very sultry, very cute. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys liked this video. I'll do more makeup videos in the future. And that's it. Bye guys.